up, everybody? Welcome to the Yaya's World podcast. I'm your host, Yaya Morgan, and this is a space where we talk about brains, beauty, and business, and how all three show up in our everyday lives, whether we realize it or not. I'm really into how our brain works, how we think, how we process, and how we survive. I'm into also beauty, not just what we see on the surface, but the beauty and resilience, confidence, growth, and the truth. And of course, business, because let's be real here. Business touches everything in our lives, especially America. We live in a very transactional world, so my philosophy is simple. If that's the game, let's learn it and be great at it. Knowledge is absolutely power. This podcast is about understanding the world around us and understanding ourselves better while we're in it. I know you're new here, so welcome. These first few podcasts will be just me. No guests, no pressure, just letting you know who I am, why I'm here, and what the space is really about. I want to start by saying this podcast is not about perfection. It's about the truth, perspective, growth, and real conversations. I'm very intentional about keeping my language as clean as possible, but no guarantees. But the goal is to create a space where youth can listen, learn, and feel seen, while adults can also still feel challenged, inspired, and maybe even uncomfortable in good ways. And so that we can have that equal exchange between the two. So why a podcast, right? Honestly, because I've lived enough life to know that everybody has a story. Some of that, most impactful stories, never gets told. This podcast starts with me interviewing people who will have impacted my life directly, whether it's mentors, friends, family, community members, but it won't stop there. I want to talk to people who have a story to tell, people who don't always get the mic, people who fell through the cracks, people who made it out, people who are still figuring it out. This is about unsung heroes. It's about people who failed, learned, and kept going. It's about asking real questions and getting real answers. Not advice that sounds good on Instagram, but advice that actually helps you get ahead in life. We're going to talk about spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical well-being because you can't separate those things. I'm not religious, but I am spiritual, and I believe healing, growth, and purpose looks different for everybody. And yes, we're going to talk about taboo conversations, especially in the Black community. The stuff we don't always say out loud, the things that we whisper about, the things we pretend that don't exist, that affect us and really somebody that we love. Let me be very clear about something. I am unapologetically me. Please don't come over here trying to check me unless you have facts or data to back it up. Just don't bring it up. I love opinions. I love feedback. I love respectful dialogue, but we're not doing performative outrage or disrespect in this space. This is a space for real conversations. Now, a little about me for context. I am from Marin City, also known as the Jungle or Dodge City, and I was raised right here in Marin County. I am third generation Marin City, so if you know, you know. This place raised me, shaped me, grounded me, taught me how to navigate spaces that weren't always built with me in mind. I went to Bayside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Academy, then Marin Catholic for high school, and later the illustrious Tuskegee University, where I earned my degree in political science pre-law. Education was taught to me early as a survival. I knew that if I didn't take it seriously, I'd be stuck. So I saw a way out and I took it. I spent most of my career in the nonprofit world, starting in programs and working my way up, taking opportunities, even when I wasn't always sure where they would lead me. And honestly, that's been the theme of my life, taking opportunities even when they scared me. I used to model, and that played a huge role in my confidence. I would always been bigger than most of my friends, what we call plus size now. I just call it curvy. And modeling taught me how to be seen, how to own my presence, and how to speak even when the room wasn't designed for me. But I've always had a voice, whether it's through poetry, speaking up in rooms, or being a community activist during the George Floyd protest in Marin City. I knew early on that my voice was my power. I also knew that no matter what I went through, I'd be able to turn my pain into passion. And that is exactly what this podcast is for me. I have a deep passion for helping youth, but I also want to support adults who are chasing their dreams. I want us to talk about the generational wealth, not like a fantasy, but as a real, actionable conversation that can actually happen at the dinner table. Not one day, not if we get lucky, but how. I want more. I want more for myself, for my family, and for my community. And my purpose here is simple. I want to use my voice to empower, to highlight, and to stand up for people who may be tired of fighting, but still deserve to win. If you are listening to this and you feel seen, even a little bit, then this is a space for you. This show started right here in Marin City, Marin County, the Bay Area, and it's just the beginning. Thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting me. And thank you for starting this journey with me. Let's keep going.